it's Tanya Tomic, and today I'm being joined by my good friend Rachel Jackson. So here I am with Rachel Jackson. And Rachel, the first question I want to ask you is about Jose and the Hawk. Can you tell us a little bit about Jose and the Hawk?
Sure. Jose and the Hawk is a puppet buddy cop comedy web series that I'm working on. And it's very much, if anyone has watched Starsky and Hutch, it's a lot like that. And other television cop shows of the late 70s, early 80s, except with the one very important thing that one of the cops is a puppet, which leads to it being a little more silly and chaotic, I guess.
And tell us a little bit about Manos, the Hands of Felt.
Ooh, okay. Manos, the Hands of Felt is a puppet musical version of old B-movie classic, Manos, the Hands of Fate, which, do your viewers know about that, or should I talk about that a bit as well?
You can mention it just in case for anyone who's new.
So, Manos, the Hands of Fate is widely considered one of the worst movies of all time. And of course, once you say something is the worst, people have to argue with you and say, like, Troll 2 or Birdemic 2. So I'll just say it's a notably bad movie. It's ridiculously bad. And a lot of people were first introduced to it on Mystery Science Theater 3000. So anyway, I'm a big MST3K fan, as are you, and I assume many of the people watching. So I had a copy of it sitting out on my DVD shelf. And one night I was just kind of riffing and looked down at it and went, Manos, the Hands of Felt, making puppet puns out of movie titles. And it just kind of stuck with me, and it haunted me. And the next morning I woke up with all these ideas for how to make it work. So it became a puppet musical version of Manos, the Hands of Fate, but also combined with an extremely fictionalized backstory of the making of Manos, the Hands of Fate. And at first it was just a live theater show, but then a lot of people on the internet seemed interested in it. Touring is very expensive and hard to do, so instead we did a Kickstarter and raised money to make it into a DVD. So a lot of people, I don't know if I've sent them all over the world, but all over the country at least, have been able to experience it thanks to the DVD.
And you're also involved in another Manos-related project, Manos Returns.
True! How did you know about that? Oh, wait. So Manos Returns is a sequel to Manos, the Hands of Fate. No puppets in it, sadly. It's the first thing we're talking about. No, but yeah, maybe I'll make a puppet musical version of it someday, many years from now. But yeah, it's a sequel, and it was amazing to get to work on it because Jackie Naaman Jones, who was Debbie, the little girl in the original, she brought both of us in to help write it and co-produce it, and I wound up being the AD on set. Also, my face is the first face you see in the movie, which blows my mind every time. I'm just like, it's my face, it's big. But yeah, it was an amazing experience in the first place to be taking this thing and doing our best to make the best movie we could out of it, and also it was like hyper movie camp for me, because we were in the middle of Oregon with this awesome group of people for 11 straight days, shooting, living together in a house with only one bathroom, which I remember fondly now. At the time, you had to be very careful about, you get a sense of everyone's schedules and stuff.
You kind of had to get a rhythm and a timing.
Yes, and everyone kind of scoped out this is when I shower, and everyone kind of knew it. There wasn't a schedule, but everyone in the house kind of knew when everyone else in the house tended to want to shower and all of that stuff. And you would think that this would make us all crazy and hate each other, but not at all. Everyone was so totally cool the entire time, which is, I think, a big piece of why it's a really fond memory for me. It was just awesome.
Yeah, everybody did such a great job, and people became friends. And
they're still friends. Yeah, hanging out and having...
There's so much talent brought together all in the same place.
Yeah. Maybe someday we'll have to make another sequel just so we can all get together again, because that would be awesome.
Manos returns.
The returning!
Are there any upcoming projects that you wanted to talk about?
Let's see. I'm in the middle of the second episode of Jose and the Hawk, which I'm calling episode 1, just to be massively confusing. And I'm just barely starting work on a creepy doll short that I think will wind up on the web. And in fact, I'm collecting takeout boxes in my fridge right now for that. So opening the fridge is kind of an adventure right now because it's filled with slightly old takeout boxes. But yeah, I think it'll be a good time. I have had fun shopping for a doll that looked slightly haunted but not too haunted. And yeah, it's kind of my first jump into horror on my own, I feel like, which is a new-ish territory for me. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
And where can people find you if they're looking for your stuff?
Okay. Well, my address, internet. I'm on YouTube. My company's called Vox Fabuli Puppets, and that is what most of my social media handles tend to be. My YouTube channel is Vox Fabuli, like Vox Populi, and I assume there'll be a link or a below or a title somewhere. But yes, on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, I'm Vox Fabuli. The only exception to all of this is my Twitter handle is Puppet Manos, because I first got onto Twitter when I was dealing with Manos the Hands of Felt. So and it's just the place I have the most followers, so it's the place I post the most things instead of having like 50 million Twitter handles. So yeah, that's how to find me.
And I'll put all that stuff in the section below.
So this handsome devil is the master from Manos. If you've seen it, you know that, and if not, you're like, who is this? Wom wom. And he's the big reason that I made that show. Is that as soon as I made that very silly pun, this face popped into my head. Just the master as a sort of Muppet style puppet. So yes, I'm very happy with him, despite the fact that his hair is a little disheveled today. The wives usually take care of that for him, but they're on vacation. Let's see. So then this lovely birdie lady is the Hawk, one of the titular stars of Jose and the Hawk. She's an early puppet that I made. I think in like maybe the second year of my being a puppeteer. I have this friend Beth who teaches drama at a community college up north, and she likes to use puppets in her shows. So she gave me this fun challenge of a flying bird puppet. Yeah, the nose is foamy. And now the puppet dies. I should cover its eyes. Sad. So these guys staring at you and screaming are two of the other stars of Jose and the Hawk, actually. This guy is Otis 6. And he is an uber hipster, basically. I enjoy kind of making fun of hipsters, sorry. I enjoy making fun of everything, really. It's good for a puppeteer. Yes, he uses big words, like, "'Tis a splendiferous day, m'lady," or something like that. I don't do the voice nearly as well as Ray, the guy who voices Otis 6, but yes, he's a hipster's hipster. Maybe notice his lovely ensemble. People have asked me from time to time if I sew these clothes myself. I do not. I go shopping at Value Village in the toddler section, which must look really weird, honestly, because I probably look like I'm not exactly sure what size my toddler is, because I'm usually shopping more for the style of the outfit than for its actual size. And this lovely lady is Mackenzie. She's a new character for this episode of Jose and the Hawk. She's a rookie cop who loves her job. She loves being a cop more than just about anything else. And actually, she's physically very loosely based on the local chief of police here in Seattle. So I used her as inspiration. And there's a creepy doll. I have no idea how that got there.